welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about judgment in law of attraction. So a lot of you, especially the new people that have just gotten law of attraction, probably wonder, how do I deal with people judging me and thinking that I'm stupid when I start this, right? Because you're stepping into something that is very metaphysical. You know, there's a lot of intangible aspects to the practice that you're doing. There's a lot of things about it that weird people out, right? You know, it's a lot of faith that you're putting into this whole process. You know, so how do I kind of counteract people from putting judgment on me? A simple answer to that question would be, just don't tell anyone. You know, don't share your list with people. Don't talk to other people about what you're trying to manifest. I would say even among other people that practice law of attraction. Because the problem is, you can get to that point where you feel like you're not as good as other people at manifesting things. That you just don't seem to have the skills, or for some reason you can't do it, and your ego gets all wrapped up in the process, instead of being able to let go and kind of live in the end. And that becomes a major problem, because you're drawing in the negativity of people that may not necessarily believe in the stuff that you're practicing. And that disbelief can cause you a lot of personal harm when you're trying to move forward and get things done. And you're trying to better yourself. And you're trying to manifest more things. You know, because there's always going to be judgmental people that don't believe in this system as much as you do. That don't believe in the kinds of things that you've decided to kind of study and follow. You know, it's just like if you've had any other spiritual practice or religion, there's going to be people that are going to critique that, and they're going to disagree with you. You know, but law of attraction is one of those things where it's best to keep things personal to yourself. You know, share your manifestations with the community, share the praise, but if it's not there yet, don't share the story yet. Don't tell people what you're trying to get. Because you're going to have people looking over your shoulder, especially people that aren't practicing the same spiritual journey as you, and going, well, it's not there yet. And you have to face all of their criticism at the same time you're trying to make things happen for yourself, and you're trying to manifest things for yourself. You know, so the best thing for you is, you know, have your list, write it down, and just keep it close to you. Because nobody else's opinion matters anyway. You know, even though all that can begin to kind of eat at you over time, if they don't know what you're doing, they can't judge you for it. You know, as long as you're not taking it to a point where it's objectively harming you, then it's just your business. You know, some people do take law of attraction to an extreme, and they sit around their ass and they destroy their lives because they're so reliant on just using this mindset and these techniques, and they never take action. Yeah, that's objectively harmful. But as someone that's come into this practice and wants to be able to have as much positivity as possible, you kind of have to live in your own mind and your own world and kind of feel your own positivity and feel the happiness of what you're creating with your life. You know, that's why, you know, I don't generally discuss law of attraction with people that I know disagree with it. Like, I have very close friends that don't practice it, that are very skeptical. And if I told them what my mentality was, it would just be a negative conversation. No, it's not that I don't like those people. I do. I enjoy hanging out with them. But it's an aspect of my life that I still keep private most of the time. You know, where I'll occasionally discuss the techniques and discuss the themes and things that I've manifested in the past with other people that are into law of attraction, people that I know are willing to sit and talk with me about it. But the thing is, you don't have to have a debate or argument with anybody. You don't have to prove it to anybody else. This is all about what you have internally and what works for you personally. You know, so don't waste your time trying to get negative people to agree with you, and don't waste your time arguing with people that don't believe in it. You know, at the end of the day, the law of attraction is about your personal experience and not other people's. You know, and it's not whether or not it works is not dependent on whether you convince somebody else that it works, or that it's working for you, or that you're able to use it, or that it even exists. There's a lot of people, you know, that I know that don't think it exists. I just ignore that part. I just don't have that conversation. And it's not because I'm afraid to have the debate. It's because that debate's going to serve no purpose. Because there's so many intricacies within the law of attraction that it makes it difficult for you to sit down and objectively prove it to people, regardless of what other people will say. Sure, you can go through a process and have a fairly predictable result. The issue is, you have, in order to objectively prove everything along the way, what you have to do is prove that it wasn't a series of coincidences. You know, and I know that to you guys that are into this and very much believe in it, I don't have to preach that to you. But to anybody on the outside, especially if you're new to this is a very weird concept. You know, I'm very open about the fact that not everyone agrees with me, not everybody is going to believe the stuff that I talk about. But at the end of the day, I don't have to convince people of it, right? And I'm not hurting anybody by discussing this, you know, or believing it myself and following this path. You know, I would hope that to those of you that are viewers that are watching this video, you know, just understand that you don't have to justify your personal beliefs if you're not affecting or harming other people. And that's really what it comes down to when we're discussing law of attraction. You know, so as far as fearing the judgment from people and trying to avoid that, you know, you don't have to discuss it with anybody because it doesn't affect other people. A lot of people have issues with sort of running out of their own personal belief, or they have struggles with keeping to the mentality they need to continue manifesting because they keep inviting that negativity from other people. You know, so a word of encouragement, you know, your future is in your hands. You're not weird, you're not crazy, but other people are going to believe that. And it's objectively better for you to sort of just keep these things to yourself, not because I want, you know, I don't want to hide from the world what I believe. And I'm not looking at it as sort of a, you know, we're trying to build a cult. It's more just you looking at this from a personal perspective and sharing these techniques and things with people. Showing people that they can have a, you know, somewhat of a better life and they can take it or leave it, you know. Because this is what you're stepping into if you're doing law of attraction, is you're stepping into a personal journey. And the closest people in your life could think that you're crazy for that, or crazy for what you believe in. You know, so I would just encourage you guys to continue moving down this path. Don't give it up. Don't listen to the other people, because I've been on this journey for many years, and this stuff has worked for me. You know, the reason I'm posting these videos is because this has worked for me. I just want to share it with other people because it was given to me, you know, fairly freely. You know, I had to go through some shit to learn everything. But at the end of the day, regardless of what viewers or people that come across this channel say that disagree with me, this is my personal belief I'm sharing with you, and you can choose to take it or leave it. And anybody that you approach with law of attraction, you have to maintain that mentality. And you have to decide for yourself, is this real and beneficial for me? And if it is, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, I like to say, you know, with me, it's all love whether you take it or you don't. Because some people just don't have the right mentality to be able to practice law of attraction. They just, for some reason, you know, the skepticism gets in the way and they end up just not practicing it. You know, and that's okay too if they don't want it. If you have another lifestyle that works for you. But for those of us that have chosen this path, We have to accept that there is going to be judgment when you follow the law of attraction. And that as you go through this personal journey, you have to make the decisions about what you believe and what you feel is beneficial to you. And if it is beneficial to you as a person to follow this belief system, nobody else's opinion matters, because you're not hurting anyone. You're not affecting anyone else. You know, there may be people out there that are selling law of attraction products, which a good majority of those are scams. I could make a video about that in the future. You can't pay anybody to manifest for you or make you manifest quicker. With the one caveat being you can go to a hypnotherapist or go to somebody that can clear those emotional blockages and you'll be more effective. But at the end of the day, this is all you. This is all you making decisions for what's best for you to be able to live your best life. And that's what I think is so beautiful about the law of attraction. So, to recap, the main theme of this entire video: don't worry about what other people's opinions are. Focus on yourself and moving yourself forward. And that's what's going to give you your biggest bang for your buck in law of attraction. It's how you're going to avoid the judgment, And stay practical when you go through this. That means you don't sit around and do your meditation and spend all your days waiting by the phone for someone to call you with a job offer. You still go out and take the actions. But all in all, it all comes down to what you have chosen to believe for yourself and what you want to follow. And I'll leave you with that. Those of you that want to contact me, you're totally welcome to ask questions in the comments, to suggest videos that you want to see. Please like and subscribe. There will be a link in the comment section to both my Facebook page and my website, where I do have a hypnotherapy clinic where I also do coaching. And I actually do coaching on law of attraction to help people develop themselves to manifest more. And, on the therapy side, of course, I deal with trauma and a bunch of other things. So go ahead and feel free to explore all that. But I will catch you guys next time on my next video. Thank you very much.